What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's second video. And in today's second video, we're going to take a look at Chainlink and see what it's doing on the weekly, the daily, the 4-hour, and the Chainlink Bitcoin pair to see if we can have any clues on what is going to happen next. So let's not waste any time here and jump straight on in here to the weekly chart for Chainlink. As you guys can see, we are literally right at the top of our giant rising wedge. We've been talking about this rising wedge since I started making videos all the way back here in the summer of last year, right? We've been talking about this rising wedge, and it's played it out absolutely perfectly. After that, we touched the top, right? We came back down to the bottom of the wedge, touched the top of the wedge again, and now we're right at the top of the wedge once again as we speak. And will this be the time where we start to see that crazy Chainlink mega cycle that we've been talking about? If and when it does break out of this wedge, can we see Chainlink go on a absolutely massive run? I do think we're going to do that. But we're going to start over to the 4-hour chart here and explain why I think that may be coming sooner than we think. Now, you take a look here in the 4-hour time frame, right? This is where we are in the 4-hour time frame. We just broke out of this symmetrical triangle that we were forming on the 4-hour, right? As you guys can see, we take our measure move, which is the top to the bottom here. We extrapolate that at our breakout point. That actually breaks us out of our wedge, right? This blue line is our wedge line here, and that breaks us out of it and gives us a measure move target of all the way up towards $50 for Chainlink. Now, will that happen right away? Maybe not. Maybe we come up here, get rejected on this for a little bit, and then eventually break it. But nonetheless, I mean, this is where the measure move is telling us that it's going to go. So we shall see if we break out of there on the 4-hour time frame. We're already getting some nice volume here after declining volume, which is showing that maybe we did break out of this pattern. We'd like to see a little more volume come in, but nevertheless, we are pretty firmly breaking that resistance as we speak. Now, switch on over to the daily chart. The daily chart is showing us something very, very interesting. So as you guys know on the daily chart, what we usually do, you guys can see in the history of Chainlink, we usually create a symmetrical triangle inside of the wedge and break up even higher, right? Symmetrical triangle inside of the wedge, one fake out, then the March dip happened, so that was kind of a fluke. But we came back in, symmetrical triangle broke to the upside, symmetrical triangle broke to the upside, symmetrical triangle broke to the upside. And as you guys can know, what we just said, we created even smaller symmetrical triangle on the 4-hour chart and broke to the upside here. So we did just break out of another symmetrical triangle on the 4-hour. Will this be the one that breaks us out of this wedge? Well, if we actually look here on the daily chart, what we also could be forming here is a nice cup and handle. You guys can see here the cup, right? And then if we come out here, we retest the top of this resistance. We created our handle, which is even a more bullish type of cup and handle pattern, which is when the cup is the right side of the cup is higher than the left side of the cup. To confirm this, we would need to break this resistance line of our wedge, which would also break this out of our cup and handle pattern. And on the daily time frame, that would give us a measure move breakout if this was to play out of upwards of about $63 for Chainlink, right? But this is only confirmed if we break the wedge. If we break the wedge, that's the only way this is confirmed, okay? Now, it's always possible on the bearish scenario, we do break out of this symmetrical triangle, come up here, get rejected in the top of our wedge, and make some a consolidation back down to the bottom. That's always possible. Do not rule out a rejection at the top here and a rule back down, especially if we see Bitcoin take a major dump. As we know, Bitcoin is in a symmetrical triangle right now. If Bitcoin breaks down from the symmetrical triangle, we could see Chainlink have a little bit of a dump. But nevertheless, we have to wait and see what happens when we do retest the top of the wedge. It looks like that's what it wants to do over the course of the next couple of days. All right, so that's really that for Chainlink. Let's take a look at the Chainlink Bitcoin pair to see what's going on with this. This also looks extremely bullish. We're making higher lows here, getting rejected at our same point on the top side. So we could be forming some type of ascending triangle pattern here to eventually break to the upside on the Chainlink Bitcoin pair as well. So this is super exciting. If we do break that resistance, which it looks like we're coming up to test it now, next resistance would be up here at this wick here, which would give us about approximately, if we were to break the resistance, a good 21%, really 22% gain on Chainlink against Bitcoin if we were to eventually break this resistance at some point. But I do like this higher low action, just basic symmetrical triangle trying to form here. Also have a little bit of Adam and Eve, right? Or Adam and our Eve. If we break this resistance, that would also give us a measure move target of upwards toward this area as well. So everything kind of pointing pretty bullish here for Chainlink, assuming Bitcoin doesn't take a giant a brown dildo on the giant market, as we've been talking about in the streams. If Bitcoin dumps, it's going to change all our plans, but as of right now, it's holding decently steady in the middle of the symmetrical triangle. As long as it continues to consolidate here, we're probably going to see a lot of the altcoins continue to rise up. So everything looking pretty good. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll catch you guys in the live stream tonight at 7 to 10. Peace out.